It's the start of a new decade and a brand new time to start out more Bluefield College women's basketball in 2020. The Rams take on the Union College Bulldogs in an AAC matchup here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. We're glad to have you back with us after a pretty big hiatus in Bluefield College sports. Rams coming back to the Dome for the first time since December 16th when they won on a walk-off free throw against Piedmont International that Monday morning. And now welcome a red-hot Union College Bulldogs team at 9-4 and 6-2 in the AAC. Rams coming into this one at 6-7 and 5-3 in the conference, going up against Dean Walsh in his first season as the head coach of this women's team. Corey Mullins looks for a rare win against Union College, always a very stout program in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. When that Rams win on their last game back on December 16th, they were down by 2 and ended up winning the game on 2 free throws after Campbell was fouled at the buzzer on a half-court heave three-pointer and hit 2 of the final 3 free throws to win that game. Campbell starts out as the Ram in the middle of this court, looking to get the ball back for Bluefield. Chris Wilson, the junior from Paris, Kentucky, in the middle for the tip-off. It's in the air, and Union snags it, courtesy Logan Calvert, who has been a problem for Bluefield College in the past. Katrina Johnson also on the floor, joining Calvert, as well as Jalen Martin, the junior from Lexington, Kentucky, in the wing. Here's Martin, pumps along 2 and misses. Loose rebound, corralled by Emily Hart after Wilson couldn't pull the ball down. So here's Campbell, senior transfer from Robert Morris University in Illinois, not the one in Pittsburgh. Crockett, the native of Whiteville, Virginia, passes up top of the key. Haley Turman joining Sierra Cook, as well as the senior Emily Hart on the floor now. Still no score, 10-second shot clock. Cook thought about the 3, dishes out to Turman, 7 on the shot clock. Top of the key, here's Campbell down the lane, missed the layup, did not hit the rim, and now the shot clock has been reset as Brooke Hammonds pulls down the defensive rebound. Union College in the black and the orange, Rams in the white, if you haven't figured that out already. Thinking about the 3. Too hard off of the miss from Katrina Johnson. Looking for the opening basket of this ball game. Campbell, who has really been the standout athlete for Bluefield College so far this season in her first and only year at BC. Emily Hart swings it out. Campbell, 3 on the way. It's good. Opening triple of the ball game falls for the point guard, and Bluefield College leads. Union College in the past has been able to feed down low to Logan Calvert, who sets up in the high post at the moment, gives a screen. Bullets down low to Wilson, working on Emily Hart. A bit of a size mismatch, no foul called, and the ball is swatted out. Corey Mullins says a question for the shot clock as it was reset. It should not have been reset because the Rams never came away with it. So a minute and 55 seconds in, we have our first stoppage to rectify a shot clock error. They are a bit understaffed this ball game as students don't return to class until January 13th, so a lot of our interns are not here. As that 3 is buried, ties up the ball game, courtesy Brooke Hammonds. So Campbell back with it with 7:55 to play in the first quarter. Crockett in the left wing, finds Campbell again. Campbell's the only Ram to take a shot. Emily Hart changes that and misses from 15. Here comes Brooke Hammonds. Rams get back on defense. Open 3. Thought about it from Johnson instead. Drives the baseline and uses the kiss off the glass to take the lead for Union. Emily Hart, the former walk-on. She's at the free throw line looking for a screen, and her pass is telegraphed down low. Stolen by Martin. Martin slows down, speeds it back up. She's blocked by Crockett. Dangerous choice there to shoot from the elbow, and Crockett had a hand in her face all the way. Campbell wants the screen, instead dribbles through it, fakes the handoff, and passes to Crockett anyway. Rams looking to get their 5th, make it their 6th win in a row. Here's Emily Hart, carries in the lane with a left hand. Ties the ball game back up. Well, Bluefield College has won 5 in a row. Their last loss going against Point. They did lose in an exhibition against Campbell, a Division I school down in North Carolina. Trina Johnson feeds inside to Wilson. Hammonds picks up the empty or the broken pass, and somehow Wilson is able to lay it in. Not great looking basketball, but it works for Union. 7-4 the score. Which I believe they have taken away the 3 from Campbell. That cannot be correct. So now the Rams are only up by 3 now instead of it being 7-5. Either way, a layup goes for Union. Now the score is all messed up. It says 7-6, so it should be 9-5, I believe. Another 3. Now we got it all correct. 7 to make it 10-6. Opening up 2020 with a bang. Campbell in the right wing. Backs down. Wilson tried to wrestle the ball away, forces a tie-up, and now we have our first substitutes coming in. Kendall Cloninger as well as Scott jogging in for Bluefield College as Crockett and Emily Hart get a break. 5:16 on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass, dangerous, swatted out of bounds, and it goes off of Charisse Wilson. Only ran off a second of the shot clock. Well, Campbell is taking her time to go over to where the ball went out of bounds. Now we'll pass with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Down to 5, Cloninger on a pump fake. Poked loose by Calvert. Ball stays with Bluefield College. 3 seconds on the shot clock, down by 2 scores now. Cook for 3. The shot clock had reset, and that was not correct, and now it's gone all the way down. Union has about 3 less seconds on this possession. Here comes Hammond, drives inside, misses the layup, rebounded by Campbell. Shot clock now reset. Here comes Campbell. Campbell down the floor. Bounces over to Haley Turman. Open baseline jumper and missed. Tried to follow her shot, and it's tipped out of bounds. So Jalen Martin keeps the ball in the hands of Bluefield College with 4:43 left in the first quarter. Got to think for Turman, might just want to drive down there. And the open shot normally buries those, and it went off the back end of the iron. Diana Scott near the logo. 4:40 remaining first quarter. Scott launches a 3 off the front of the rim. Hammonds pulls up long 2. Oh, good, and a great rebound clapped into the hands of Sierra Cook. Weaving up the floor. Down the paint, coast to coast, missed the layup. Had the right idea there. Nobody was really giving her that much stress until she got right to the basket, rushed the layup. Across the floor, Johnson bullets down low. Wilson nearly walked and now pivots. And there's a 3-second violation on Union. And we have forgotten to give them the shot clock. The shot clock is now wrong, so the Rams have 2 extra seconds. This will be a 32-second possession if they're able to. Here's Sierra Cook on the right wing. It's a screen from Cloninger. Off the pick and roll from Pro length. No good. Three on the way, nothing but net. Jalen Martin. Timeout called by Corey Mullins, 13-6 the score. Union up by 7 with 3:15 left to play in the first. Welcome back, everyone. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Rams down by 7. Corey Mullins forced to take a timeout. Rams have looked a bit slow offensively to start out the decade. Wiley on the floor now for Bluefield College. Her pass tipped to Rye. Scott corrals it back. Emily Hart pulls up for the long two. Air ball back in the hands of Union. Not what Corey Mullins wanted out of the timeout. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. 13-6 the score. Union College making the trip from Barberville, Kentucky. Always very tough at basketball. Now the men's game right after this at approximately 7:30 on January 2nd, 2020. Haley stolen by Campbell, back for Bluefield College. Her foot on the baseline. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 2.5 minutes left to play. And actually now they reset the shot clock because Campbell had possession and turned it over. Calvert puts it on the deck. Rams have really isolated her so far as she's a bit slow to jog back down the floor. Out to Scott. Down the baseline. Foul called down low. That's the first foul of the ball game. 7 minutes and 43 seconds in. First foul of the game called on Wilson. Scott's pass tipped to Rye, and here comes Calvert. Realized she was going 1v3, slowed it down for Johnson, fouled on her way to the hoop. Halts the clock at 2:10. Now to the line for a couple of free throws. Trina Johnson, the junior forward from Pineville, Kentucky. This is the first free throw. Both of them no good. Rams catch a break. 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and the Rams get to double digits. Ambitious feed down low. Turman kicks it back out. Gamble pulls up on the long two, back iron. Johnson, oh, that looked awkward. That knee buckled as she slipped on the floor and got the ball anyway with 1:43 left to go. Jalen Martin, Haley Turman, and Crockett swarming her on a double team. Running the shot clock down to 10. This is the defensive brand that Corey Mullins wants for Bluefield College. Hammonds off a pivot, shoots, and scores. What a possession for Union, and the shot clock is now reset. 16-6. Minute 10 left to go, first quarter. Emily Hart with a low pass to Campbell. Euro step, draws a foul called on Logan Calvert. Pulls the clock down to 59.7 seconds in the first quarter, with the Rams down by 10. And a long drop for Bluefield with points. And it's good. Rams cut back within single digits here off of the free throw make. Eyes the rim. The point guard shoots and scores. So now dating back to the last game, she has made 4 free throws in a row. 16-8. Clock is running down to 52 seconds. New player in for Union and Haley Tye. Here comes a 3 from Martin. Wow. Threes are falling for Union. 19-8 the score. Campbell being patient now with 30 seconds left to go. Haley Turman, good swing out to Hart. Here's Crockett. Misses her first 3 attempted in the ball game with 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Union will hold for the last shot. Now to 7 seconds. Cut it down to 4. Tye thought about it, drives inside, throws up a prayer, and it goes out of bounds to end the first quarter. 19-8 the score. We head to the second quarter. Rams down by 11. Welcome back, everyone. 19-8 the score to open up the second quarter. Rams led by Campbell in that first period. Well, defensively trying to figure out a way to combat these threes from Union. Back of the deck, a cross-court lob to Jalen Martin, who hit a couple of really wide-open prayers. Hammonds down the baseline and walked. Good job by Bluefield College's defense there. Gives them the ball right back. 9:35 left to play first half. Crockett, she walked. Looks like about 3 steps there. 19-8. Union looking for their 10th win of the season. Rams trying to get to 500 at 7-7. Tye backs up. Bounces inside Logan Calvert. Haley Turman has done a good job on the 5 for Union. Scott back into the ball game. Campbell takes a break. Screen from Turman. Another foul. Caught on Calvert. Oh, the fouls have not reset. There they are. They will reset now for the second quarter. First foul of the quarter for Union. .8:39 remaining. Rams trying to get to double digits. Second foul, by the way, called on Logan Calvert. Bounces out to Emily Hart. Air balls to 3. Rebounded in by Ty. Martin wants a screen. Rams set up on defense. The double team on Karis Wilson. Martin lets it fly, misses. Good bounce for Emily Hart to get the ball back for Bluefield College. It's been on top of the arc. Emily Hart found the lane instead, passed it off to Sierra Cook, and a foul called on Bluefield's guard. And Hart, frustrated with herself, probably just should have taken that shot. Handed it off to Sierra Cook, whose back was to the basket at the time. Now the free throw line, inside out, Martin feeds down low, stolen by Emily Hart. Great steal on her knees. 7:20 left to play. Feed down low to Turman. And now that's the best play of the ball game for Bluefield College. Getting something done in transition. 7:10 left to go, first half. Martin picks up her dribble. Katrina Johnson floats the ball off of the square. Back to a double-digit lead for Union at 11 points. Crockett carries inside and draws a foul. Bluefield getting a bit more aggressive, driving inside rather than working to get an outside shot in. Well, speaking of outside shots, Kendall Cloninger walks into the game, and Corey Mullins calls for this platoon to talk this one over. Crockett at the line for 2, the junior from Wytheville, Virginia. This is the first. No rebounders down low for Bluefield College. And missed them both. 11-point lead stands for Union with 6.5 minutes left to play. On her hands out to Skylar Bird. Cross-court lob, Hammonds. Hammonds turns around for Katrina Johnson. 7 on the shot clock. Karis Wilson drives in and 1. Physical play using the right hand and gets the ball off of the window. Wilson flicks the wrist, fails to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, but escalates the lead to 13 points for Union. Ayana Scott sets up, passes to Campbell, works as a 2 with Scott in. On the right wing. Cloninger bounces to Scott. Swishes the three. Good one from the Chesapeake native. Timeout called. Bluefield College within 10, 23-13. And now we take a break. (23-13) the score, 5:45 left to play in the first half. Bluefield College down by 10. Here's Skylar Bird in the right block, a good kick out. Three, got a piece of it. Bird on the stick, back with a foul. It has not been Bluefield College's night. And one completed. 26-13, doubling the score of Bluefield College. Here comes Tyana Scott. Been a slow first half for BC. And against a 9-4 Union College team, sometimes that can be expected. Campbell cuts inside. Dunford on the floor now for Bluefield. Sierra Cook in the right block, finds an open lane, missed the layup. Did not even get a piece of the rim. Thrown out of bounds off the hands of Sierra Cook. Now the shot clock was reset there. That is, I hope the officials catch that. That is not supposed to happen. And they rectify it. So now 21 seconds left in the shot clock. Top of the key, Jalen Martin. There's a turnover. Bluefield College with the ball right back. Scott on the right wing, spins it up for Wiley. Rams needed that three, and they got it. Morgan Wiley tickles the twine from the top of the arc. Back down to a 10-point lead. What can the Rams do on defense to spark their offense? Foul called on the ball. Here's Hammonds at the free throw line. Shot clock down to 6. In and out 3 for Hammonds. Chris Wilson on the offensive rebound, turns around. Could have been a walk call. Martin for 3, too short. Wilson another offensive rebound. And there's the walk. Bit of a makeup call. The other one was a bit more blatant. .357 left to play in the first half. 26-16 the score, 3:54 and counting left to go before halftime. We got the men's game after this at approximately 7:30, but you need a full 30 minutes for the start of that game after this end of the women's game. It's a foul called on Union on the drive on Campbell. Only be the 3rd foul on Union. A couple of fresh faces brought in, Katrina Johnson and Haley Ty returning to the game. Campbell. This is a free throw. By the way, that was the 2nd foul on Karis Wilson. Promptly subbed out of the game. Logan Calvert with a couple of fouls as well. Rams have not really been beaten down inside. The threes have killed them in this first half. 26-17, Rams inside of single digits. Cross-court lob to Ty. Martin pulls up. Good. From the right wing, another 3. Jalen Martin, 5'4" guard from Lexington, Kentucky, has changed this game. Wiley misses a 3. Here's Ty for the triple. Yes! (32-17), 6 quick points for Union, and a 9-point lead has gone up to 15 in the blink of an eye. Wiley gets an Emily Hart screen off the pick and roll, a dangerous pass to Hart. A foul called on Union in the effort. Pass into Sierra Cook. Campbell athletic play out to Emily Hart. No good, rebounded by Hammonds, but that was great ball movement. Hart needs to make shots like that if the Rams want to get back into this one. Hammonds coast to coast, too easy. Down to 2:08. Crockett stumbled in the lane. 10-second shot clock. Campbell almost walked. Pivots for his shot, no good. Follows it. Stick back can't fall either. Union with a 17-point lead, doubling the score of the Rams. Hammonds fell asleep, got the ball right back. Lane opened up. Uncontested layup. Minute 38 before the half is over. 36-17, Bulldogs lead. Little pump fakes. Here comes Campbell. Passes out to Crockett. Jumps for 3 and rattles it in. (36-20). That's the minute 10 remaining in the first half. Union has really looked like the conference leader so far. Dribbled it right into the hands of Emily Hart. Hammonds with the rare turnover. Flat minute left to play in the first half. Crockett Getting encouraged to go by Corey Mullins. Hits the bunny and makes it a 14-point game. And the Rams have second-guessed themselves with space. At times that has hurt them in this game. Haley Ty backs up, gives to Jalen Martin. 7 on the shot clock. Dribbles, shoots with a left hand, no good. Brought in by Campbell, the shot clock off. And 18 seconds, Cook pulls up, misses. Rams could have dribbled that out. Instead, Cook tried to shoot it. Hammonds feeds over to an open Ty. Missed the 15-footer. 5 seconds. Can Crockett get a buzzer beater off? Races over to Ailey Turman at the buzzer, and that is good. Rams end on a run, and a good one at that to feel a little bit better about this ball game. Going into the locker room, 36-24, down by 12 as we enter halftime at the Dome. Ready to start the third quarter. Rams ended the second quarter on a bit of a roll, only down by 12 now, but still a tall hill to climb. Sierra Cook misses the three. What a great rebound by Emily Hart. So a fresh shot clock at 20 for Bluefield College after the missed three. Campbell walked. Hit the layup but did not count. Smiles as she goes back on defense. Really can't argue with that. That was a clear walk. Union looking for their 10th win of the season. Rams eyeing 500 right now at 6-7, 5-3 in the AAC. Looking for their 6th win in a row. Martin, who has been a three-point threat, gives over to Katrina Johnson. Karis Wilson drives in. Layup's good with the foul. Emily Hart did not have the feet set and was inside of the circle. Second foul on Emily Hart. Karis Wilson eyeing a three-point play. Center shoots and scores. And one completed, 39-24. 45 seconds have elapsed here in the third quarter. Calvert back on the floor after she has missed a good amount of time with the two fouls she racked up. Wilson also with two fouls. Crockett thought about the three. Haley Turman, air ball. Snatched up by Campbell, missed the shot. Bluefield has been reluctant to take the shot today, and you saw that with Crockett on a couple of looks. Probably should have taken the 15-footer and passed it out to Turman on a low percentage three-pointer. Wilson, no good. Ammons kick out. Logan Calvert at the right elbow, 15-footer off the mark. Long lob up to Turman. 8:13 left to go in the third quarter. Emily Hart gallops inside, cuts on Wilson. Great layup for the senior. Back down to a 13-point lead. That's what the Rams need. Confidence going inside, and when the shot is open, take it. Ammons under the basket. Stepped out of bounds. No, she walked. Either way, a turnover that gives the ball right back to Bluefield College. Well, Dean Walsh in his first season as the head coach of Union, not excited about that possession for the Union College Bulldogs. Long two off the backboard. There were three Bulldogs down there, but Campbell still made it tough for Jalen Martin. Martin lost the ball, stolen by Turman, snatched out of her hands by Kiana Campbell. Lob down low. Turman fouled as she goes to the line with 7:18 left to go in the third. It's good. Back within 12, a free throw to make it an 11-point deficit. There it is. 39-28, 7:15 left to go. Swatted in the air, Cook nearly had the steal. Free throw line, Calvert turns it down to Karis Wilson, no good. Bluefield College back with the ball, defensively swarming. Bluefield College scores a basket here. Dean Walsh might want to call a timeout. Screen for Crockett from Turman. Tiana Scott gallops in the lane. Campbell, too short. Here's Emily Hart on the bounce. Scott for three. No good. Foul down low. Bluefield College maintains possession as Emily Hart flew into the paint. Cloninger in. Bluefield College has been pretty cold from three today, and that's Cloninger's specialty. 10 on the shot clock for Bluefield. Cloninger down low, open. What a feed from Campbell. 39-30. It's a 9-point game. Timeout called by Dean Walsh. Bluefield College within single digits with 6:08 left to go in the third quarter. Hello, everybody. 39-30 the score with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Another turnover. Jalen Martin spun the pass out of bounds onto the far sideline, and the Rams have the ball back. They trailed by as much as 19 in the second quarter. 9-point game. Still a bit of a comfortable lead, but with how the Rams faltered in that first half, this has been a promising start to the third quarter. Cloninger lobs over to Crockett. Kick out to Campbell. Turman with a long two, too short. 5.5 minutes remain, third quarter. Skylar Bird thought about the three. Another foul called on Bluefield. Hammond's on the deck. That was a great inbounds play. (41-30). Crockett carries in, draws a foul. Down to Crockett to the line for two. Trying to make it a 9-point lead again. Again, the clock is down to 5:04. By the way, that's the first foul booked on Katrina Johnson. Third foul of the quarter for Union. Junior shoots and nails the first free throw. Got the roll. Back to a 9-point game. (41-32). Hammond's open for three. Too hard. Missed everything on that one. Turnaround from the free throw line. Hammond's outnumbered. Jalen Martin chucks it onto the top of the key. Rare three for Karis Wilson, too hard. 4:18 and ticking in the third quarter, 9-point game. Campbell bounces down low, corralled by Cloninger, gives back to Campbell. Probably should have been a foul call there. 4:05 left third quarter. Here's a three from Martin. Well, that lets the air out of Bluefield College's sails, 44-32. Can't let Martin get hot from three. That has buried Bluefield College. Two bounces for Scott. Off the mark. Martin sprinting into the wing. Long two. Front rim no good. Martin with a rebound and foul. Called on the floor. Third foul of the ball game, or excuse me, in the third quarter for Bluefield College. By the way, the first foul on Crockett. The left elbow for Hammonds. Outside for Ty. Rattles through the nylon. 2 threes in a row for Union. Only called that a two, apparently, so it's a 46-32 lead. Cloninger, nothing but net. That's a three, and now it's a 10-point game. Timeout called by Union, 47-36 the score. .250 remaining in the third quarter. Rams down by 11. Here comes a three from Ty. And off the mark. Here's Scott into the front court. Great bounce to Kendall. Cloninger can't hit the layup. That was a great feed and a foul called on Union. Bluefield College gets the ball back. Crossover dribble for Scott. Fourth foul on Logan Calvert. Was punished Bluefield College in the past, but instead today the backcourt has done it for Union. Sierra Cook, that was a line drive three, and it worked out for Bluefield. 47-39, it's an 8-point game. Hammonds flings it out to Ty. Another three off the mark. Emily Hart boxes out. Bluefield College gets the ball back and a chance to cut into an 8-point lead. They were down by as much as 19 in the first half. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Cook. One arms it pass to Kendall. Cloninger, no good. Emily Hart with the offensive rebound. Cloninger finds Wiley. Hand off Emily Hart, layup no good, and a foul called. Fourth foul of the quarter on Union. Oh, no, more new players coming in. Valerie Johnson has yet to play. By the way, that's the fifth foul on Union. Brooke Hammond's her second. So 2 for Emily Hart. First free throw. Nothing but net for the senior from Independence, Virginia. Hits them both. (47-40) is the score on the scoreboard. I don't know how they took a point away. Minute 15 remaining. Karis Wilson, another and one. Well, it was an 8-point game, and then it wasn't. So the Rams have 40, apparently. And now Union has 50. Minute 5 remaining. Scott loops a 3 and stuffs it right between the rim and the backboard.
Hey, Skylar, we're in 2. Get up here.
50-40. 56 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Lob into Karis Wilson. Karis Wilson. Skylar Bird with 15 on the shot clock. Bounces to Hammonds. Tie-up called. Haley Turman had it wrestled away. Bluefield College gets the ball back courtesy of the possession arrow anyway. Shot clock still on. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. Campbell on a hard drive. Now she'll go to the line. 50-40 the score. And Campbell to the line for 2 after the foul. Booked on Katrina Johnson, her second. Nothing but net on the first. And it's good. So 50-42 for now. We'll have to see if that point gets erased for some reason throughout this next 10 minutes or so. Here's Ty, pulls up. Too short. 9 seconds, now at 8. Campbell feeds to Turman, picked away. Open lane, layup at the buzzer, yes. And it's good for Katrina Johnson. What a big swing, 52-42 going into the fourth quarter. 10 more minutes of basketball on the women's side here at the Dome. 52-42. On to the fourth quarter. Rams are down by 10. They have hung in there here in this second half so far. Union trying to keep it out of reach. Brooke Hammonds backs out. Here comes Johnson. 2 big layups in a row for Katrina Johnson. 54-42. Pass is stolen by Hammonds. Back into the hands of Union after the ball went off of Emily Hart. Nine minutes, 5 seconds, tie underhands Hammonds. Too short on a 3. Sarah Cook, alligator armed that ball, but it's good that she did because now the ball goes to Bluefield. Here's Emily Hart. And a Haley Turman has a quadruple team on her. Leaves Campbell open. Crockett draws a foul. Well, Union, because of the foul trouble, Logan Calvert has not played a lot in the second half. Really the entire ball game. Karis Wilson also out. She has 3 fouls. Calvert has 4. Battles in and out. No good. Rams can't afford trips being empty at the free throw line. By the way, that's the 3rd foul on Brooke Hammonds. Union not bringing a deep roster to this ball game. Called on Crockett. 2nd foul, 1st team foul on Bluefield in the 4th quarter with 8:23 left in the 4th in the game. Scott into the game. Crockett goes to the bench. Lob in. Wilson walked. Turman gives over to Campbell. And the right block wants some help. Union's defense swarming. Scott has to hit this. No good. Fresh shot clock, though, off the offensive rebound for Emily Hart. Really has collected the rebounds for Bluefield College. Campbell over to Scott, tries again. No good. Front rim. 7:40 left in the game. Almost a backcourt violation. Ty had her foot very close to the midcourt line. 7.5 minutes to play, 54-42. Ty wide open. Too hard, bouncing right into the hands of Wilson. Another foul called on Bluefield College. .7:18 left to play in the game. Hammonds with 3 fouls. Goes inside, Skylar Bird. 10 on the shot clock. Hammonds backs up. 5 on the shot clock for Bird. In trouble. Here's Martin with a shot clock running out. No good. Off of the front rim. Bluefield College with the ball back. Can't have empty possessions down by 12 with 6:55 to play.
See it. See it. Don't relax. Don't relax.
Emily Hart slicing and dicing her way to the rim.
Hey, Jay. Please.
54-44. Martin steps into a long jumper. Nothing but net from the right wing.
See it. See it, Skylar. Quit chasing.
Bounce into Wiley.
Help.
Out of a double team, dangerous pass. Scott cuts it over to Haley Turman. Sets up a screen. The pick and roll stopped as Emily Hart was stood up at the free throw line. Ammons on a pump fake. Martin another three. Rattles out. Good rebound by Kendall Cloninger. Rams have stalled out offensively at the wrong time. Very productive third quarter. Almost halfway through the fourth. Cloninger for the triple. Swatted out to Emily Hart. Rocket feeds Emily Hart. Rocket with a left hand, no. Ammons turns inside. Wasn't a great looking shot, got the ball back. This one also contested. Bluefield back with the ball with 4:55 remaining in the game. Morgan Wiley bullets it down low to Emily Hart. Off of the tip, sank the layup anyway. 57-46, Bluefield College within 11. (57-46) Rams down by 11 with 4:40 left to play. Valerie Johnson hasn't gotten much PT in this game. Now operates as the point guard after foul trouble is really racked up for Union. Logan Calvert with the ball. She has 4 fouls and a turnover. Bluefield with the ball right back. Cloninger. We got Morgan Wiley. 10 on the shot clock. Cloninger, a low three. Ball's in the hands of Martin. Thanks to her threes, this isn't a close game. Wants a screen from Valerie Johnson instead. Passes the ball to Brooke Hammonds. Almost stolen. Martin makes her pay for it. No, missed the layup. Skylar Bird with the ball back. Whistle blows. Foul called on Bluefield. Lob into Karis Wilson. Puts it on the deck and bullies the ball through the hoop. 59-46, 13-point lead with 3.5 to go. Not impossible for Bluefield to come back, but they would need a substantial run and an even bigger drought from Union. The likes we have not seen this season. Emily Hart misses the short one. Trina Johnson gets the rebound with 3:10 left to play. Calvert jumps into a short shot and fouled by Kendall Cloninger with 2:57 left to go. First free throw is good. Calvert misses the second. Ball back with the Union. Three on the way, no good for Martin. Back with Bluefield College with 2:45 left to go. Rams desperately need a basket. After cutting it down to what seemed to be an 8-point lead, and then a phantom point was taken away from Bluefield College with zero explanation. Rams have cut it down to single digits multiple times in the second half. Emily Hart, Logan Calvert in front of her. Campbell to the line for two. Slow to get up with 2:25 left to play. Oh, shots for the point guard for Bluefield. Too hard on the first. Third foul called on Karis Wilson. And missed them both. Well, Union 2 minutes and 10 seconds, make it 11 seconds away from getting their 10th win of the season. Third foul on Cloninger, fifth foul on Bluefield. That sends Katrina Johnson to the line. After missing the first, Johnson hits the second, 61-46. Bluefield just ran out of gas. A great third quarter. Crockett off the front of the rim. Well, it was a great move, just no finish. And a foul called by Dean Walsh. We'll be right back. 15-point lead with a minute 55 left to go. Rams looking for the turnover, and they can't get it. Cloninger with a great effort. Could not execute fully to get the ball back to Campbell with a minute 46 left to go. Shot clock was reset, and Bluefield College never got the ball, so Union should have their possession down to 21, their officials say. Instead, they put it at 18, which is very close. Now at 20, even closer. I think they just settled for that. A minute 45 left to go. Down to 8 seconds. 3 on the shot clock. Someone has to shoot. Hammond's at the buzzer. That's not a shot clock violation. Hit the rim. Bluefield with the ball back. A minute 20 left to go. Down by 15. Gamble for 3. No good. And Bluefield just could not get enough of those to fall today. Bluefield College almost came away with another steal. Almost 7 seconds in the backcourt. And they reset the shot clock again, now down to 23. They get into the front court with Katrina Johnson. Campbell, another pickpocketing move. Pulls the ball away to the baseline with 59.3 seconds left to go. Now the men's game for you after this, about half an hour after the end of this one. Off the mark. Still loose. To the floor. And Bluefield College gets the ball back. .48 seconds left to go. Backs up, left elbow, good. A timeout called by Corey Mullins. 61-48. Bluefield down by 13. 39.6 seconds left to go. (61-48), 35 seconds left to go. Campbell commits a foul. Second foul on Campbell, and Bluefield College has sent them into the bonus. I think at this point, There's really no need to foul. Down by 13 with 31 seconds left to go. That's good. 62-48. Now the men's game right after this. Bluefield College on the men's side at 6-9, going up against Union, who are 10-5. Both free throws are good. 63-48. Shot clock still on with about a second differential between the two. Campbell turns the shot clock off. Rebounded by Calvert, and a jump ball. Give the ball right back to Union. And another timeout for Union. Really pivotal timeout here to discuss strategy. Up by 15 with 21.9 seconds left to go. Oh, Union talked it over on the timeout, now have a strategy with 18 seconds remaining in the game. 63-48 they lead. Emily Hart fouls. Two shots coming up. Logan Calvert to the line for a couple. 64-48. Now 65-48. 11 seconds left to go. Campbell tripped up, gave the ball over to Turman. Cloninger swatted. And another foul called with 2.8 seconds left to go. Well, Union celebrating now with their 10th win of the season. Bluefield College will fall to 6-8 and 5-4 in the AAC. Well, interesting, still playing in winter break, how this schedule works out. They hadn't played since December 16th. They hadn't played a conference opponent since December 4th. And they won't play again for another 9 days. That'll be here against Reinhardt on January 11th. Free throw is good. 66-48. (67-48), a 19-point lead. Campbell at the buzzer. No good, and that is how this one ends. Bluefield falls to 6-8 on the season. For Alan Bowen, my name is Bailey Engel, saying so long from Bluefield for about half an hour till the Rams take on Union on the men's side. But as for this one, 67-48, Bulldogs get the win.